Niners at the Falcons. Falcons are 5.5-point home dogs. The total's 44.5. San Francisco pretty banged up on defense. Nick Bosa's probably going to sit. Eric Armstead's still out. Kinlaw is still out.
Mosley
ACL,
and Ward broken hand.
But yeah, so like it's weird because like I was like going back watching the Falcons Bucks game, and I'm like, all right, trying to say, okay, how's this team going to match up with the Niners? And I think the Niners might still have enough depth to survive it this week. I mean, you have like Ward is not really a massive deal because Hufanga is just going to go, it's still going to be Gibson and Hufanga, and it's a great duo, even before Ward was back in. Womack's been playing good enough, and against the Falcons, you only really need to have one corner, put him on Drake London, and you have Fred Warner still. He can cover Kyle Pitts if they really need him to. I mean, and the defensive line is, I guess that's the biggest issue. But I mean, they still have like them at like 55% is still better than probably all but 8 defenses in the league, I would say. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I would lean 49ers here. It's like on the surface, it's not a good spot if you just say like, oh, it's their second straight road game. But I mentioned this last week. I love when teams either go out west or go east and stay there. Mm-hmm. You see the Rams have done this. The 49ers have done it successfully a lot. It's basically like you go out and you're not there's no distractions. You're not going home. You kind of just are focused on the team at hand, and you're watching film. You're building a scouting report. You're also building camaraderie. You're just out with the team for 2 weeks straight. It's kind of like, all right, let's just take care of business here. And if you look, Pacific teams that play in the Pacific time zone that are on the East Coast playing back-to-back games, they're 13, doesn't happen often, 13, 4-2 against the spread the past 20 years. The 49ers are 6-0 against the spread in those spots. So yeah, the injuries kind of, and I think Drake London avoided the injury report. Pitts practiced today. He hasn't been great, but Patterson is still out. The 49ers injuries on defense, I mean, look, it could be without 5 or 6 starters, and that defensive line, that's the kind of what you really want to watch. Or because if they can still generate pressure here, yeah, I think it's 49ers. They should be able to run the ball against this Falcons defense. So yeah, it's like on the surface, it wouldn't be superficially, it's not a great spot, but I actually think it might be. So injuries maybe will probably keep me away, but I would actually lean 49ers here against the only undefeated team against the spread left in the NFL.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like if there's one favorite I actually want to take, it would be the Niners, because you're getting inside the 6 too at 5.5. Yeah. But yeah, I think to be honest, I think they should be able to throw the ball too against this Falcons team. I know they got some good corners on the outside, but 49er offense, they're gonna get Kittle going at some point, and I think it'll probably be this game.